Hi everybody, it's me again, Michelle Burton from All Generations Yoga and Pilates. I'm here on the follow-up video from the activations, the warm-up that I did on the first video. So this is a video that's going to show you some postures, some yoga postures. So those that are unfamiliar to yoga, this is very basic movements. And listen to your body and do what your body says it can do, and if there's something that you're not comfortable with, then feel free just to sit that one out. Just do what you're happy doing, and use anything that you need to, like props or chair or cushions, anything that you need to make you comfortable during the posture. Any kneeling postures that we do, maybe using cushion under your knees, but we'll go through that as and when we do different postures. But the first postures I'm going to take you through, this is going to mobilise the spine. So if you get a little bit stiff in the morning, or we carry lots of tension, for instance in the neck, especially with the environment, the situation we're in at the moment, everybody's that little bit more tense than perhaps that you were before. And these will help to alleviate some of the stiffness and help to move some of the energy flow around the body. So we have energy centres all the way through our body, and what we do is try to alter the balance of the body to create a better mood. So yoga is about creating you as a better person, not just physically but mentally as well. So I'll try to do this nice and gentle, nice and slowly, so you can all keep up. But if there's any time that you need to just to get your head around what we're doing, always press the play button, restart again, and you can follow it for the second time, that's fine, or you can start. If you get a little bit too tired, maybe stop the video and start again. But what I urge you to do, first of all, if you haven't already, is to do the first video, the warm-up video, so as you can get all the body nice and lubricated, the energy flowing through the body, and all the joints nice and loose, the muscles warm through, because that's what that video is all about. And also to get you in the right mindset for yoga. So there's a meditation on that first video to get you in the right mindset for yoga. So the second part is more about the physical movements now. The energetic flow will be there, but also what we're trying to teach you today is just the basics. So we're going to start with the neck, and this can be done sitting just the same as it can be done standing. So you're relaxing the shoulders back and down. So I'll do this in a standing posture, but feel free to stay seated if you like. So stand with the feet into Tadasana, which is the mountain posture. I'll try not to do too much of the Sanskrit words for yoga, and keep to the basics for now to not confuse things. But we're going to take the heel to the instep, swivel round on the ball of the foot if you're doing the standing posture. If you're seated, just keep your feet relaxed to the floor, make sure that they are reaching the floor. And keep the knees nice and soft, roll the shoulders up, back and down. Soften all of the joints and tuck under the tailbone, so you're getting that neutral spine. So you rock backwards, forwards, and find that middle ground, that neutral point for your spine. Then grow tall as if your head is full of helium, or you've got a golden thread attached to the crown of the head, and you're being pulled up towards the sky. The whole body starts to lengthen a good inch and a half in height. Have the chin parallel to the floor and tuck it back just a touch. Make sure that you're not holding any stiffness in the body, that everything's relaxed, particularly the shoulders. So the first movement we're going to do, we're going to stick our head forwards like a chicken. So you're going to jut the chin as far forward as you can. You might feel that stretch into the cervical spine, which is the 7 bones at the top of the neck. And then you're going to bring the chin down as if you're squashing an orange in between the chin and the chest. And feel that lovely stretch in the back of the neck. That's a lovely morning stretch for my neck. And then roll the head back as if you're making a double chin. You're stacking each bone on top of one another as you bring the head back to neutral, and then relax the body again. We'll do that one more time. So we jut that chin forwards as far as we can. Roll the chin down towards the chest to feel that stretch in the back of the neck. That might be tight already, maybe even into the shoulders. You might feel tight there if you're really tense. And then roll the head back again. bone by bone until your head comes back to the centre. Well done, everyone. So now we're going to take the ear over to the shoulder. So left or right doesn't really matter. So just drop the ear by the shoulder and just feel that lovely stretch in the side of the neck. And if you can't feel the stretch, what you can do is take away the opposite arm and draw that arm down towards the floor. Now breathe in. As you breathe out, just let any stiffness that you're holding there in the neck just drop. So the weight of the head drops without you holding it stiff and firm. Just let the weight of the head drop away so you can feel that lovely stretch. If this makes you dizzy or sick at all, come out of this straight away. Drop the arm, relax the arm, and then raise the head up to the centre of the body. Let's do that the opposite side now. So breathe in. As you breathe out, take the ear to one side. Feel into that stretch. It may well feel different to how it did on the other side. And then again, if you want that extra stretch, take your hand away from you, pull it down towards the floor. Breathe in. On the next out breath, just sink the head a little bit deeper without holding any stiffness. The weight of the head does this stretch for you. You don't need to force the movement. Just let the weight of the head drop and you'll feel that lovely stretch down the neck, maybe into the shoulders, depending on how tight you are in the neck. Then relax the arm before you draw the head upright. Wonderful. Now we're going to rotate the head. So we're going to take the chin parallel to the floor, and without moving the shoulders, keep the shoulders as still as possible. You're going to turn the head all the way around to the right side. If you've done the left side, it doesn't matter. Don't worry about right and left here. Now hold there, and on the next out breath, relax the muscles in the neck and see if you can turn the head a little bit deeper. You might find that head turns just a fraction more. Slowly on the in-breath, bring your head round to the centre. Don't get too worried about the in and out breath. It's just natural for a yoga teacher to keep saying breathe in here, breathe out there. But for you today, we're just getting the movement, so don't worry too much if you don't get the breath in the right place. So the head, chin parallel to the floor, rotate the head, opposite direction this time. Feel the stretch without moving those shoulders. So watch you're not moving the body, you're keeping the body perfectly still. And then take that head round a little bit deeper if you can on the out breath. And then slowly bring the head back round to the centre. Well done. So now what we're going to do is take the hands, the fingertips just towards the shoulders. Don't worry if you can't reach in your hands here, that's fine as well. We're going to draw the elbows towards each other and feel that lovely stretch in the back of the shoulders. And then we're going to rotate the elbows in a big circle, stretching through the body, pulling the shoulders away from the ears, stretching up with those elbows as if you're drawing a big circle with the elbows, feeling a lovely stretch in the shoulders, lovely all the way round and back together again. Now we go forwards. So we're going to drop the elbows down this time, bring them round in a big circle up towards the ceiling, then back together and down again. Wonderful. Breathing in, breathing out. So you're breathing in as the elbows raise and breathing out as the elbows drop. And then drop the arms and give everything a shake out. Okay then. So what we're going to do now, guys, is we're going to do some twists. So we've mobilised the neck, now we need to move down the rest of the spine. So you're going to have your arms at shoulder height and you're bending the elbows. So you might want to watch this first or demo first and then we'll join in together because it can be a little bit complicated for the first time. So what you'll be doing is holding your hand, so left hand goes onto the right shoulder. You keep the joints nice and soft here and then you start to move the body in a twist, but you're keeping the body upright. You're turning the head to look over the shoulder. Now this right arm doesn't straighten out and it doesn't move back, the elbow doesn't move back. So I'll show you this in a sideways position. So we're going to twist around the body here, but we're not moving the arm back and we're not straightening it out, nor are we letting it drop down. So we're keeping it at shoulder height, however the shoulders are relaxed, and you're just twisting round with the body and turning the head to look behind you. So if you want to join me on this, this movement now, so we're going to have our hands, the shoulder height and the elbows are bent in. We're going to drop our left hand on top of the shoulder, keeping the elbows at shoulder height, the body's still lifted tall and the chin is parallel to the floor. We breathe in. As we breathe out, keep the knees soft as you twist around to the right and look over the right shoulder. And just take a few breaths here, breathing in, breathing out, just relaxing the body in that twist. Breathe in now as you come round to the centre. Change our position now, drop your right hand onto the shoulder and then twist gently round to the left side, turning the head over that left shoulder. And just take a couple of breaths here, breathing in, breathing out, relaxing into the body and feeling that lovely twist at the top of the shoulders. And then come around to the centre. Drop the arms, give them a little shake. I'm going to show you the next section of the spine. So we've done the cervical here at the top, we've done the upper thoracic here, and now we're going lower down now, right towards the centre of the back. The movement here, what you'll be doing is having your legs just a little bit wider than your shoulders. The arm movement is exactly the same as before. So again, if you'd like to watch me first and then you can join in after the demonstration. So what we'll be doing here is the arm movement's the same, so you're taking your hand on the shoulder, but this time the heel, so your right hand's on the shoulder and your right heel lifts off the floor. You then will pivot around, so you'll notice the left foot also moves to make it comfortable for the ankle, and you'll pivot around so you're twisting right the way around and looking over the shoulder. So I'll show you this from a sideways movement here. So you'll be lifting that right heel, twisting round so you're looking over the shoulder. Again, this arm's not moving straight, it's not moving back, it's staying fixed. The body's upright, it's not leaning over. And you're feeling that lovely stretch right in the centre of the back, which sometimes gets incredibly tight, especially if you're leaning over computers and the like, or just generally stooping in a chair or sitting watching TV. Anything like that will start to create a bit of tension in that back. So if you'd like to join in now, so we're going to have our hands at shoulder height. We're going to take our right hand on the shoulder, left arm again is bent, okay, so it's not bent right the way in here, not folded right the way in, but there's a gentle bend and a soft bend. Have your feet so as they're just a little bit wider than the shoulders. Okay, so your left hand's on the shoulder, and then you lift the left heel off the floor. Breathe in as you breathe out without leaning forward, just twist around, readjusting that right foot to make it comfortable for the ankle. Turn the body as far around as you can and look over that right shoulder and feel that lovely stretch right in the centre of the back. Breathing in, breathing out and feel into that lovely stretch. Notice what it's doing for your body. And then inhale as you twist around to the centre. Taking your right hand on the shoulder, lift the right heel off the floor. The left arm again is just bent slightly at shoulder height. Breathe in as you breathe out. Let's pivot on the ball of the foot. Readjust the left foot to make it comfortable for the ankle and twist all the way around again with the chin parallel to the floor. And again, feel into that lovely stretch across the back, right across the centre of the back. Breathing in, breathing out and relaxing into the stretch. Just notice what that stretch is doing for your body. And then inhale, come round to the centre. Drop the arms, give them a lovely shake out again. Now we're going to the lumbar section of the spine, so the bottom part of the spine. This is troublesome for many people. We tend to have lots of compression as we do lots of sitting, especially in the position that we're in at the moment, or having to stay at home, so there's lots of sitting around and you may well feel it, that pressure, compression of the spine in the lower back. So all these movements are going to help to free up the spine and make it feel an awful lot better, hopefully, anyway, than it did before. So the movement now you want to watch again before we start, because it can be a little bit confusing and complicated. So we're going to take our arms at shoulder height again, as we did before. The left hand comes on the shoulder, but this time the right hand drops down onto the left hip with the palm facing outwards. Your feet are a little bit wider than the shoulders again. And then we're going to lift the left heel off the floor and pivot just as we did before. Breathe in. As you breathe out with that upright body, you begin to twist. Readjust the right foot so it's comfortable for the ankle. And then turn and twist as far around as you can. And then take the shoulder, the right shoulder, back a little bit deeper until you can feel that lovely lumbar twist. Again, listening to your body. I'm going to show you from a sideways angle again. So we're going to lift the foot, twist, rotate, and look over the shoulder, taking the shoulder back as deep as you can to feel that lovely lumbar twist. It's important that you keep upright in the body when you do this. So if you'd like to join me in this one. So let's start with the, we'll start with the left hand on the shoulder. The right hand comes round onto that left hip with the palm facing outwards. Lovely. And your feet are a little bit more than the shoulder distance apart. We're going to lift the left heel off the floor. Breathe in. As you breathe out, begin to rotate the body. Readjusting the right foot to make it comfortable for the ankle. Twist and look over the shoulder and feel that lovely stretch in the lumbar spine. And if you can't feel it, remember, get your right shoulder back a little bit deeper until you can feel that stretch. Remember, you're keeping the elbow of the left arm lifted to shoulder height. And then inhale, come round to the centre, flowing the arms back again. Let's take your right hand on the shoulder this time. Take your left hand on the opposite hip. Feet are shoulder distance apart again, or just a little bit more. Okay, so now we're going to lift the right heel off the floor. Breathe in. As you breathe out that upright body, readjusting the left foot to make it comfortable. You're going to twist around, look over the left shoulder and take that shoulder back a little bit deeper if you need to feel that lumbar twist. And breathe there, a few breaths. Just notice in your body, notice how you're feeling within your body as you do this position, this stretch. And then inhale, come round to the centre. And slowly drop the arms. Wonderful. And bring your feet back to hip distance. Well done. How did you get on, everyone? I'm getting a little bit warm in here now. So I'll just take my jacket off. Feel free now to grab a drink if you need a few sips of water. Feel free to grab a few sips of water. I'm just going to turn this fire down. I've got fire on today because it's quite warm. Okay, so what we're going to do now is we're going to do side bends. So we've mobilised and twisted. So you can imagine your vertebra is one stacked on top of the other, on top of the other, all the way through your spine. And what we've done today for the first part of the session is we've twisted and rotated the spine. So now we're going to mobilise it by doing some side bends. So we're going to have our feet this time under the hips into Darsen like we did before. So just your feet hip distance apart. I'll just take my mat back a little bit so you can see the feet. That's it, perfect. And again, to do that hip distance, take your heel to the instep, swivel round on the ball of the foot. That's it, wonderful. And then roll those shoulders up, back and down, tuck under the tailbone a little just to get your neutral pelvis and grow tall in the body. Lovely. Let's lengthen through the body. Have your hands just hanging by the side and take just a few breaths here. Lovely. And relax into the body. So to do our side bends today, we're going to take our left hand just underneath the belly and with the palm facing upwards. The right hand is coming palm facing down just above the brow, so a mirror image of the hands. And then we're going to lift through the body, stretch tall through the body, keep the knees soft and take the body over into a lovely side bend. Now watch that you're not bending like this and pushing that hip outwards. So feel the body in a sideways movement, stretching through the ribs here, feel the ribs parting. So in yoga we say when you open the ribs it's like a filing cabinet. So imagine emptying all of your drawers and watching all that emotional rubbish just disappear out of those drawers. And then engage in the core. That means squeeze the pelvic floor, tensing through the tummy and pull the body weight up so you're not hurting the spine. Now we're going to rotate the arms in a circle. So imagine you've got a great big wheel and you're rotating the arms. So the right palm is facing upwards, the left palm is facing down, so opposite to what you did before. And then lifting tall through the body again. Breathing in, keep the knees soft. As you breathe out, you're going to hinge the body over and feel again those ribs opening up here. And make sure you're breathing in that stretch. And what we're doing here is what we call lateral flexes of the spine, so sideways bending of the spine, opening the vertebra at the side of the spine. And then engage the core muscles again, squeeze that pelvic floor and gently pull your body upright. Going to do that again, so let's circle the arms as if you're turning a big wheel. Have the arms facing the hands, palms facing each other, and then lift out the body once more. Breathe in. As you breathe out, keep the knees nice and soft and take the body sideways without bending, pushing out like this, okay? So keep the body upright, so you're not bending forwards or twisting or rotating. It's just a gentle side bend. If you want a bigger bend, you take the hand, this bottom hand further across, and you lift the elbow a touch higher, and you'll find that will give you a much greater bend. You may even feel it into the waistline, what we call the obliques here, and maybe right the way down into the hip flexes here. Again, squeezing into that pelvic floor and the lower band tummy muscles, pull the body upright, and then circle the arms in a big circle like a big wheel. Let's reach again tall through the body. Breathe in. As you breathe out, let's take the body opposite direction now. Keep those knees soft. Remember, you're not pushing out the hip. You're just simply bending the spine like an umbrella. Lovely. And then if you'd like, you can take the bottom hand across and you can lift that top elbow higher, and that just gives you a bigger side bend. This again can be done seated on a chair if you'd rather. If you weaken your legs maybe, or your legs begin to ache, then feel free to do these movements on a chair. Engage the core muscles again and pull the body upright and drop the arms. Now you might want to give the shoulders a little shake about, and maybe even the legs if your legs have started to get a little tired. Okay, so now what we're going to do, we've moved now the spine sideways, so open up sideways. So now what we're going to do is open the spine at the front and at the back. So we're going to start by taking our hands here. So I'll turn my back to you just so as you can see. The hands are here, just supporting, just on the hips here, so supporting the lumbar spine. The elbows aren't splayed out, they're together, so you get this nice stretch across what we call the pectoral muscles here, stretching the chest. So taking your feet hip distance apart again, but soften the knees, so don't lock out the knees. Now I'm going to show you sideways this movement because it's often done incorrectly. So what you're going to do is breathe in. As you breathe out, you're going to push your bottom underneath you. Squeeze into the buttocks gently to help to support the spine. Keep the knees soft so as you're not hurting the lower back again. And then you're going to take, the head stays level with the spine as you just bring and flex backwards. Now if you've got poorly back, do be careful of this one. Just do what your body says it's okay to do. So just stretching backwards in the spine. So if you'd like to join me, if you haven't already. So get yourself in position, place your hands here onto that lumbar spine. Soften the knees and gently squeeze that pelvic floor, tuck under the buttocks and squeeze gently in the buttocks, which is the glute muscles here. And then we're going to flex backwards, opening the chest. And again, not snapping the head back like this. You've got full control of that neck. Even looking forwards, if your neck is a problem for you, then look forward, but you're still flexing the spine backwards. Now engage the tummy muscles here as you pull forwards. Lovely. And now we're going to slide the hands down the back of the legs as you start to roll down through the spine, all the way down towards the floor. Now in this position, you're going to just dangle what we call the ragdoll posture. So you can imagine that you're a ragdoll. Now if you're very tight in your hamstrings, you may need to bend those knees. So don't make it too uncomfortable, because it's all about stretching the spine, this actual movement. If you have blood pressure issues, or feel a little bit dizzy or sick, or have vertigo for instance, you may not want to come all the way down. You may want to just hang here. But if you feel fine, breathe in. As you breathe out, let the body just gravitate towards the floor. It's a beautiful opening for the back and for the glutes, the legs. Now, obviously I'm a yoga teacher, so my legs will go straight, but yours might not. They might be here, and that's fine. If you feel okay, there's no issues with the head or blood pressure or heart, then you can afford to drop the head as well. That's a beautiful feeling. I feel that all in my neck. It's really lengthening the neck. Now, if you can straighten the legs, tuck in the chin and let your body sink. Now your arms, if you're quite flexible, you might need to fold the arms in, so holding on to the elbows, and then just let the weight of the body just drop and relax. Breathing in, breathing out. You might want to swing just a little bit. I quite like doing the swing personally. I get a lot out of it. I do suffer a little bit sometimes with lower back issues myself, and I tend to find this little swing is just quite nice in the back. Also massages the buttocks as well, the glutes. Well done. And just feel into that stretch. Beautiful stretch. And make sure that your head is completely relaxed, and as if there's a magnet drawing your head towards the floor. So feel the weight of the head really loosening, letting go, to feel a lovely length into the vertebra of the neck. And then relax the arms, bend and soften the knees, and we do a spinal wave as we come out of this posture. So you're going to tuck under your tailbone, so tuck under the buttocks. Use your tummy muscles now, your pelvic floors gently squeeze as you roll up slowly through the spine. So you're giving yourself a little stretch of each of the vertebrae in turn, and roll yourself all the way up. Take the hands, the backs of the hands together. Breathe in as you stretch up to the ceiling. Then breathe out as you lower the hands down, and take the hands again back to the lumbar here where you were before. And we'll do that stretch again. So having your feet a distance apart, gently soften the knees. Push your buttocks underneath you so the hips are forwards. So the stretch isn't like this, like a duck. So what's important is that you're not pushing your hips back and then lifting the chest up. What you're doing is actually tucking your buttocks underneath you with soft knees and opening the chest. Now if you've got back issues, you may well want to just squeeze the shoulders together and look up to the ceiling to give yourself a stretch. But if you feel fine, then see how you go. See if you can do that little back flex, opening up the front of the bones of the vertebra. Breathing in, breathing out, really stretching and lengthening the front of the body here. Now engage the core muscles and draw yourself back again. Let's hang the arms in front of the body now, and we'll do a spinal roll down. So you're going to tuck the chin in, so you feel that lovely stretch that we did at the beginning, the back of the neck. And then slowly start to roll, just like links of a chain uncurling. So imagine the vertebrae begin to open through the back of the body. If you've got lumbar disc issues here, you might find it uncomfortable in forward bend, better in backward bends. Everybody's different depending on where you might have had a herniation before, but just make sure that you're comfortable in the stretch, not painful at all. And let your body dangle again into that lovely ragdoll posture. Take hold of the forearms if you need to. Again, bend the knees if you need to, just let your body stretch. If you can, lengthen the legs, straighten out the legs but don't lock them, and then come into that lovely ragdoll posture as you let the energy flow all the way down through the spine to the crown of the head. Breathe in, breathe out, and just relax, relax, relax in the stretch. And again, you can bring that little sideways movement with or without the hands clasped. Leave that to you and see how you feel without bending the knees too much if you can, if you're going for that little rock. Wonderful. And then relax the arms, soften the knees. Let's tuck under the tailbone again. Tuck under the buttocks, squeeze the pelvic floor. So you're not using your back, straining your back to help you, using your tummy muscles to roll up through the spine, bone by bone. Head comes up last of all, and then roll the shoulders back a few times. Lovely. Then take a lovely long deep breath in, right from the bottom of the belly to the top of the chest. And exhale, relax the arms by the side of the body, soften the knees. You might want to close the eyes or lower the gaze, relax into the body and just notice how your body feels. Just those few movements, moving the spine in all directions, just helps to free up the body. Brilliant morning routine. Wonderful. And open your eyes when we're ready. You may want to now go and grab a drink again, if you'd like to grab a drink, because what we're going to do now is come down onto the floor. And what we'll do is, you might want to use a cushion. I have a meditation cushion, we've got a cushion, normal cushion here. You might want to use a cushion under the knees, especially if you've got knee issues. So if you've had knee problems and maybe surgery or anything on your knees, and particularly you'll need to probably kneel down using some soft cushioning. It could be that you might need to kneel forward and have your legs a little bit out of line, so as you lean on this part of the knee rather than the patella if you've had patella replacements or anything. But you must be comfortable. So this is an optimum position for those with knee issues, had knee surgery. That might be a little bit more comfortable for you. But if not, just kneel in a comfortable position. So I'm just going to readjust my camera a second, just because I don't think you're going to see me too clearly on the floor. So let me just reposition the camera so as you can see me in that kneeling position a little bit better, hopefully. I don't know if that's made a difference. Yes, I think that's a little bit better. Okay, so what we're going to do now then is called the cat posture. So watch wrists as well. You can also cushion your wrists if you need to, so you can use your hands on a cushion. You probably need 2 cushions if you're going for that movement, if you have poorly wrists.